Right, I'm here with Ishmaeel Kadri, King K, and you'll be coming up against Nghifindaka and Nghifindaka for a featherweight contest for the IBF Youth Championship. How are you feeling?
Aiden, it's great to be on your channel. In fact, before I came to training today, I was watching our old interviews. You know, it's just humbling how far we've come and where we're going. I'm feeling great. This is the best, most tough and rewarding camp that I've ever been in.
I mean, obviously the first time you're going to be fighting for a title as well, which is great news for you.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. I've been calling for it, and alhamdulillah, it's time now. My first 10 rounder, whether it goes 10 or not doesn't matter. I'm just here to capture my title.
And not a Mickey Mouse title, it's a big title. It's IBF, that's something that we can build towards.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it's monumental. It's massive for me, considering where I started. So it's a really humbling. It's really humbling to be on the stage in this position.
Yeah, and of course, some P-word chain reaction walking past me, giving me pronunciation lessons beforehand as well.
See you like. Shot.
I'm gonna see you, bruh.
There you have it.
There we go. So some people is a part of the interview now. We thought when he retired we'd be seeing the last of him, but that's not the case. He is still here. And so what's your relationship been like with the team now? I mean, you're coming up and down between Cape Town and Joburg still.
Yeah, it's a brotherhood. The synergies there, you know, working with Coach Dominic, with Dominic Ferreira. It's been amazing, you know, because Dominic and Colin have a very similar coaching style, and when it comes to my teammates, you know, I always know they support me, and that's the old guys, not always in age, you know, guys that were young when I started.
Yes.
To see them come in, see how I'm doing, it's amazing. You know?
Not statues like some people. But it's great to have that vibe around. And you mentioned earlier there that Dominic Ferreira's got a very similar style to Colin Nathan. Has that been important for you to at least not have too many mixed signals going into the fight?
Yeah, most definitely. There's no clashing or anything like that. The game plans are very much the same, and we're well on track. We've actually been working towards this fight, not knowing the opponent, but knowing it was going to be a title fight since December. Yeah, since a month after my last fight. I took 2 weeks off and I was back in, you know. My interviews are starting to sound the same because it's the same thing I'm doing, but it's a process, it works.
Let's change it up because we've got a new guy in front of you, and this is the first time you're fighting for a title, which is exciting. Nghifindaka, what do you think about him?
Look, he's good, he's decent. It's a good test for me. I know these guys are tough, so you can expect me to come in hard also. I'm not taking this lightly. He's, as I always say, he's the world champion. I'm the challenger. This time we're actually fighting for a title.
It's not me that's making it sound the same. It's not like you making the interviews.
Yeah. No, it is me, definitely.
But I mean, a new motivation, right? I mean, this is a step. Obviously, there's going to be big news in the future as well for you as well, which you must be quite excited about. Obviously, nothing officially announced. But Carnival City, let's speak about that. It's a bigger venue than what you're used to. So, what do you think about that?
No, it's amazing. You know, the box camp will always have a special place in my heart. It's got a place in many people's hearts, here for the likes of Iki Patna and all those guys, all the greats. So for me to be a part of that, to be fighting there at the box camp and now to be fighting at Carnival City, it just shows you guys, like, if you're patient, if you work hard, you trust the process, you'll make it onto the bigger stages.
And I think what's exciting for you as well is that you're fighting a Namibian opposition. I think that's obviously going to be another step for you because you have fought a lot of South African opposition.
Yeah. Look, it reminds me a lot of the amateur days. You know, I know pros and amateurs is different. I've come across guys like him at the Africa Youth Games, and I've beaten guys like him. That's not to say I'm taking him lightly. It's just to say I have that experience. So knowing that, I'm going to take that experience with me, and I'm going to exploit everything that I can.
Yeah, and I'm, just in case you're looking confused in the interview, I'm jumping up and down, letting people out of the gates as well. So it is a bit of a light-hearted one. But of course, the continuation with Boxing Fibre and collaborating and building your brand, I mean, so far they've done a phenomenal job with your career.
They've really done an amazing job. I was actually talking to Uncle Larry the other day, just thanking him from man to man, thanking him for building me up to where I am now. A lot of guys get impatient, and I think that's why they don't succeed, because people get impatient. They expect things to happen overnight. It takes years, and you just have to trust the process.
And so far in your career, I mean, obviously, as a young fighter, you also, as you mentioned, that you get a bit frustrated. Have you felt that on your side as well? And do you feel like as your career sort of is unfolding, that you've maybe gained like a bit of perspective of how your career is going to go?
Most definitely. You know, one thing I've learned is as you go up, as you move up in the rankings, it's normal to feel like, hey, when's the fight? You're not going to fight as frequently, you know, especially as you fight the longer rounds and so on, and title fights, title defenses. So I see the trajectory. I'm aware of it. I'm grateful for it. I'm not too grateful, because if I'm too grateful, I'm not going to seize the moment. So I'm most definitely going to seize the moment and make the best of whatever's going to come. And we know what's coming next.
You posted on Facebook not too long ago, like some pictures of you when you were coming up through the amateur system, obviously with Bryce and the team there. And you know, it's been a big change, because back then you had no muscles. You were just a skinny kid coming up.
Yes.
But I mean, seeing yourself now and where you were back then, I mean, can you imagine being that young guy and seeing where you are now?
I've actually been reflecting on it quite a lot lately. Just it keeps me grounded and keeps me level-headed. Just to remember that not too long ago I was there, even as far as 2 years ago, in our older interviews I was looking and thinking, look how skinny I was and so on. My body's changed, I've changed as a person, I've grown as a person, my mindset's changed, and I'm just a lot more mature as a fighter and as a person.
And now that you're going into this particular bout and you're an undefeated young fighter, what do you expect of the next to come? Now, you know, for the year, this is your first bout for the year that's going to be taking place towards the end of May.
Yeah. What do I expect for what's to come? Only big things after this, and I will win by spectacular fashion. That's my aim, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing in training, to prepare for that moment, and I'm going to take full advantage of that moment, and from there we're going very, very far.
Have you done much research into your opponent?
Yeah, I've seen him, I've seen his fights, I've got my eye on him. I know exactly what he's going to bring.
Do we get that stoppage? Are we going to get a prediction?
You know, I don't know predictions. No predictions. Just watch. You know, when I give predictions, it spoils it a bit. You know, they must come out, come and watch, come and see what we do.
Yeah, no spoilers before the series airs. Let's put it that way. And what do you got a message for him? Because he's going to come in. Obviously, he's going to expect on his end that he's going to beat you. You know, but do you have a message for him?
Yeah, I mean, every opponent thinks they can beat me. That's the aim. If no one goes in there thinking they're going to lose. So yeah, come, bring everything you got. Because I'm bringing everything I have, and I've been working very hard for this opportunity. I'm not going to let it slide. That's one thing.
I think maybe an interesting one is, how's this camp gone compared to some of the others?
This has been the most challenging camp for me. Very, very, very challenging. And that's a good sign. That gives me more confidence going into this. Knowing I didn't leave any stone unturned, there's nothing more I could have done. I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do and more.
And you know, with your management team as well, I mentioned something is brewing in the background as well, which keeps you motivated, which makes this a must-win fight. Not just as there are belts on the line, but you know, to not spoil future plans, you've got to keep winning.
Yeah, whether this was a title fight or not, it's a must-win. This is a must-win. Any fight's a must-win, but most importantly, this one, because we know what's after this.
And you got to look great as well. So do you put that pressure on yourself, or are you taking it just calmly?
It's a bit of both. It's a good question. It's a bit of both. I do have that pressure on myself, but that's because I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can do, and I also know that when I'm calm, I execute those things way better than when I'm flustered. You know.
You're on a big bill with the likes of Lorato Glamini, Sequence, Kadleko Kanyisa, the main events of the evening. But you guys are all getting title opportunities except for the 2 international bouts and the 2 prospects coming up. What do you make of the bill?
Look, it's if I were to put a bill together, it would be exactly the bill that's coming up on Boxing 5. What's it called? Back to the City?
Yes.
Yeah, I would. If I were to put the bill together, it would be this. I'm sharing the bill with amazing fighters. You know, great talents for the future and talents of today. You know, excluding myself, I'm talking about the rest of the guys.
Awesome. And do you have a message for your opponent before you step in the ring with him?
Yeah, good luck, all the best to you, and I'll see you in there, man. It's no hard feelings, nothing like that. Thank you. Also, thank you for taking this fight. I really, really couldn't thank you enough. So thank you so much, man.
All right, and then just lastly, as all my interviews go, flowing with the last question there, is any thank yous, any shout-outs?
Thanks to you, Aiden, for always covering the boxing in the country, the leading boxing channel in Africa, soon to be in the world, SA Boxing Talk. Like, comment, subscribe, and I want to bring a massive shout-out to my manager and head trainer, Mr.
Little surprised. I'm surprised. Thank you, son.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll be a new champion on the 24th.
Inshallah. Shout out to my trainer manager, Dominic Ferreira Boxing on the Rise. My fiance's family, my parents, my brothers, my aunties, everyone, you know. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. This is an amazing.
Sorry, new champion on May 24th. I don't know if you got that.
2 times. Let's go. Thank you guys.